Every morning, the world gives you a choice. Stay asleep and dream your life, or wake up and live your dream. While most people are hitting the snooze button, the successful ones are already awake. They're not superhuman. They're not lucky. They've just decided to start before everyone else. Because success doesn't wait for the lazy. It rewards the disciplined. This is why the most successful people in the world wake up before 5 a.m. And if you understand this secret, it can change your life forever. You see, most people think success happens in the spotlight. When people clap for you, when you post your achievements online, when your name starts trending. But real success begins in silence. It begins when the world is still asleep and it's just you versus your excuses. At 5 a.m., the world is quiet. No messages, no calls, no noise. That's when the war begins, between the person you are and the person you're meant to become. Every successful person, from CEOs to athletes, from entrepreneurs to artists, knows this truth. Mornings are sacred because in those early hours, you control time before time controls you. While others are chasing their day, the 5 a.m. riser has already conquered it. They've trained, they've planned, they've built momentum before the rest even wake up. Waking up early isn't about punishment. It's about power. It's about choosing progress over comfort and purpose over pleasure. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain is at its sharpest in the early morning. Between 4 and 6 a.m., your mind is in an alpha state, calm, creative, focused. That's when new ideas flow. That's when your subconscious whispers the answers you've been searching for. Steve Jobs used to say, focus is about saying no. And at 5 a.m., there's nothing to say no to. Because distractions don't exist yet. It's the time when you can read, write, learn, reflect, and design your life before the world wakes up to demand pieces of you. Think about it. Most people wake up reacting. They grab their phone, check messages, scroll, compare. Their energy is already being stolen before breakfast. But when you wake up before 5 a.m., you don't react, you create. You design your day with intention. And that's what separates the average from the exceptional. The silence of the morning is not empty. It's full of answers. Let's get real. Waking up early isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. Discipline has never been about what feels good. It's about what makes you grow. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary ones is that the extraordinary do what's uncomfortable, consistently. When your alarm goes off at 4:45 a.m., your mind will scream, sleep a little longer. But successful people have learned something powerful. You can't negotiate with the old version of yourself. Because every time you hit snooze, you're telling your future, you can wait. And every time you rise early, you're saying, I'm ready now. This is how legends are built. Through tiny acts of self-respect repeated daily. No one sees it. No one applauds it. But that's where transformation happens. When you wake up before 5 a.m., you're not just getting extra hours. You're building the character that can handle success. The money, the fame, the freedom, all of that is secondary. Because first, you must win the war with yourself. And every early morning is a battlefield. At first, it's hard. You'll feel tired, unmotivated, even doubtful. But then, something changes. You start noticing that you're calmer, more focused, more confident. Your mornings stop being chaotic. They become sacred rituals. A cup of coffee in silence, a 20-minute workout, a gratitude journal, a plan for the day. And by 8 a.m., when others are just waking up, you've already lived a small victory. That victory compounds, day after day, week after week, until one day you realize you've become unstoppable. Because while others were wasting their mornings, you were designing your destiny. Waking up before 5 a.m. isn't about time. It's about taking control of your habits, your emotions, your future. So tomorrow when that alarm rings, don't think. Don't negotiate, just rise. Because every sunrise brings two options. Keep sleeping with your dreams, or wake up and chase them. The world belongs to the ones who show up early. Be one of them. If this message hit your soul, don't just double tap. Start tomorrow with intention. Wake up early, move, read, reflect, and prove to yourself that you're serious about your future. You've probably been told 1,000 times that attraction is about looks. That if you don't have the perfect jawline, perfect body, or perfect car, she won't notice you. But here's the truth. The real game isn't played on the surface. It's played in the mind. Because attraction is psychological, and once you understand this, once you know how to trigger the right emotions, you'll realize something powerful. You don't chase attraction. You create it. Every woman's mind works on attention economics. She doesn't think in who's the best guy. She thinks in who stands out. And here's where most men fail. They try too hard to be noticed. They overtext, overshare, overcompensate. But here's the psychology trick. Scarcity creates value. When your attention is rare, it becomes precious. When you stop trying to prove your worth, she starts wondering about it. That small gap of uncertainty you create in her mind. That's where attraction grows. Because her brain starts doing what all human brains do best. It fills in the blanks. She starts asking, why hasn't he texted? What's he doing? Who has his attention? And right there, she's thinking about you. Here's something science backs up. People are drawn to those who make them feel familiar. When you subtly mirror her tone, her pace, her emotional energy, you build what psychologists call subconscious rapport. It's not manipulation, it's connection through rhythm. You become in sync. The trick isn't to copy her, it's to reflect her essence. Because when she feels like you get her without words, her mind links that feeling of comfort and understanding to you. That's when she says things like, I don't know what it is about you. Or, I just feel comfortable around you. She's not describing logic. She's describing neural chemistry. Dopamine, oxytocin, emotional familiarity. You didn't chase her. You synced with her. And in her mind, you became unforgettable. Here's the twist. To make her think about you, don't reveal everything. People crave mystery because it activates the curiosity loop. The same psychological mechanism that makes you binge-watch your favorite show. When she knows just enough about you to be intrigued, but not enough to fully figure you out. Her brain replays you like a movie scene she can't decode. That's power. Because mystery isn't silence, it's strategic depth. It's not hiding your life, it's revealing it like a story worth discovering. Every great character in history, from James Bond to Thomas Shelby, has mastered this. They never explain themselves too much. They let others wonder. When you stop broadcasting every thought and emotion, you shift from predictable to fascinating. And fascination is addictive.